Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. Today is time for collaboration video. As you might know, my dear friend Tiffany and I did few collaborations last year. Our aim was to use fabrics from our stash and patterns that we already had in our stash and we didn't made it before. We decided a few months ago that we want to tackle big four patterns. So who else we could invite to collaborate with us if not Carole from Carole, who is amazing and she makes the most beautiful clothes with big four patterns. Aim of our collab was to create transitional outfit that can take you from winter to spring, but I think it's something that I can also wear throughout whole autumn into early winter. We agreed that Tiffany and I will use fabrics from our stash. Carole is allowed to shop and get a new fabric because her stash is nowhere near what Tiffany and I have in our fabric stash. We all agreed we are using only patterns from our stash and patterns or views we didn't use before. So for me it was a challenge because, to be honest, until last week I was completely terrified of big four patterns. There is so much scares in the sewing community that big four patterns have limited instructions, that they are oversized, and to be honest, I can't agree with that. I love both makes I made. I'm actually wearing them now, and it was a challenge with instructions for one of them to sew it, but I think I found the workaround. The instructions weren't that bad. They were more comprehensive than for majority of the October magazines patterns I have been sewing, and they were clear enough. There were pictures, there were description what you need to do, and if you went step by step, you got there in the end. So maybe I will show you what patterns I chose. Both patterns were gifted to me by my friends some time ago. So I got this pattern for the skirt from Alisa from Thoughtful Creativity approximately a year ago, if not longer. It was with one of the sewing magazines, and I got this Butterick pattern from Mari, with Mari Sews. She got it for me last summer, and I adore both patterns. They are just so comfy, so nice, and like now I'm wearing just flats, but I can wear them with boots like I did the other day, with chunky tights, or even with my Dr. Martens shoes, because I tried them on with Dr. Martens shoes. They look fabulous. So I can wear them with leather jacket or with denim jacket. So I'm very, very happy. So both patterns I picked are from my Make 9 list. I decided to be cheeky and pick two patterns from my Make 9 list and have them ticked off my list, partially because I was very excited about both those patterns and I really wanted to give them a go, because I have a feeling, actually I had a feeling when I was picking them up, that they would be stable in my wardrobe. And let's say I already got fabric for both patterns. One I bought, one I have in my stash to make another versions. That says something. So, patterns I picked. I will start with the top, because the top actually gave me a little bit of trouble. So I picked Butterick 6517 and I did view D. However, I did change the hemline. I didn't round the hemline, I just did it straight. So I will tell you what were my problems. This pattern did cause some troubles for me. To be honest, partially was my fault because the fabrics I chose weren't exactly perfect for that make. But I had an outfit in my head and I couldn't get it out of it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give it a try. So I picked this quilted jersey I got in Beyond the Pink Door. I think it was a year and a half ago. And it's lovely drapey. It's very nice fabric, very soft. The only thing is it grows. Not substantially, but enough to make fitting of some things a little bit tricky. So this top has very odd construction. So basically the whole cowl, including the back piece, it's actually cut together with the front piece. So it's like, I'm gonna pull it out. It's like that. And it goes all as one piece, and you sew the back pieces of the cowl neck together and you attach it to the back piece. However, I don't know why, but the back piece turned out slightly bit wider around the neck than it should. I think it's my fault because I didn't do stay stitch. Like the stay stitch I did around the neckline was just too close to the edge of the fabric, and I think fabric stretched anyway. So I couldn't fit in the shoulder and the cowl neck. So what I did, I added little dart at the back here, just to take basically half of an inch from the width of the back. There was no chance I could stretch the fabric enough to fit everything in, and when I tried to do it, there were packers and it was driving me insane. To be honest, at this stage I wanted to dump everything and not look at it again and just pick some other pattern. Like my grandmother used to say, I'm like a goat. I'm as stubborn as it gets. I wouldn't let the pattern to defeat me. So I unpicked what I needed to unpick, put the little dart, basically tried it on the left side, measured how much I think needs to be taken. I marked everything and it worked fine. So overall, I love it. I will make it again, however, in one of the different views. The fabric that I chose was just too stable for the cowl neck. I do like how it looks like, and you know how it drapes. I can wear it with the tank top underneath and use it as a jumper, like a sweater type of top, or I can wear it just with a bra underneath and it will be fine too. Fabric is very soft. I like this fabric, but I don't think that I would be buying it ever again. I will show you on the back, on the bottom of the hem. I didn't trim the hem yet. It kind of frays here, so all edges need to be overlocked or like binded, because otherwise it comes apart, which was driving me insane when I was sewing, because this white insert that's between the layers of jersey was getting stuck under machine, or yeah, but I'm overall very happy with how it turned out, and the fabric is cozy and nice, and I think it looks okay on me. The black fabric is French terry. I had it in my stash. I'm not sure where I got it. I will make this pattern again, however, with few adjustments. First, I will shorten the sleeves. The cuffs were way too long for me. I had to take 1.5 inches off. Although when I will raise the sleeve here and do the narrow shoulder adjustment, I will probably need to take only like 1/2 inch from the length. The overall top was a bit too long, so I put a very wide hem of 3 inches and I stitched it like 3 centimeters from the bottom to see if I like it this way. The original one based on the look was up to mid-hip, low hip, based on the pictures of the models, and I think that wouldn't be most flattering length on me, therefore I just shortened it. And next time I will do a sway back adjustment on the back. Because there were panels involved, I didn't want to do sway back adjustment before I actually make one version, because I wasn't sure how it will fit and how it will drape on my body. So now I know I need to do sway back adjustment, probably only on the middle panel, because the side panel don't seem to be that bad, but the middle panel is bothering me. I might actually just do little dart or something like that if it will annoy me too much, but I think it's okay for now. So overall, I'm extremely happy with the top. Now the skirt. Actually, I love my skirt. I love her so much that when I visited Carlo Fabrics last weekend with few girls, I got myself fabric for another version, and fabric is already washed and it's drying, and I'm hoping to make it over next week or two. So I did view A with the slanted pocket, but in the view B length. The next one I will make the view C length, because I like slightly shorter skirts. So it's New Look K6579, and I was terrified of it because my two previous attempts on any New Look patterns were not really successful. So this time I didn't go with my waist measurement. I went with my hip measurement, and I decided that if I need to, I will just adjust the seam allowance on the waistband and just make it narrower so it will fit, or I will grade. But there was no need for grading. I did use stretch denim instead of normal denim, mainly because that's what I had at hand. I did a toile version in just plain cotton fabric. I have like a full roll for making muslins, and there's no stretch in that fabric, but it fitted fine without any stretch, so it's just for added comfort. So it's high-waisted, which I love. It keeps tummy nice and relatively flat. It has amazingly deep pockets. The skirt is made out of 7 panels. There's a central panel at the front. There are 2 side front panels with the pockets. There's an option also to do welt pockets, but I don't like welt pockets because on my tummy it will be just too much bulk at the front. So the side pockets are perfect, and they are 4 panels at the back. So it's closed with the zipper and with hook and eye. It has fully lined waistband, and I just love it. I put a lot of effort into this skirt. I will pop some pictures here, but I binded every single seam inside. I didn't want to have any exposed seams. I even binded the hem, so I did the binding and then I turned around and I hand stitched hem. I love how comfortable the skirt is. I wore it whole day on Saturday when I met with girls for a bit of fabric shopping, and it was just fabulous. I felt nice and comfortable and stylish and just like me, and that's what sewing is all about. The instructions for the skirt weren't as bad as I was expecting. They were actually quite comprehensive. I did few things differently. So I did binded all the seams. I didn't want to overlock them. I wanted to make sure that this skirt will last me for years to come. So that's why I binded all the seams. And I did finish the zipper slightly differently than what was in the instructions. because I just didn't like the way it was done in the instructions. I didn't want to have overlap of the fabric. I wanted to have exposed zip. I do like that look. So that's the one major different thing. I even binded seams on the inside of the pockets, so I will pop the picture if I can do it. But overall, I'm extremely happy. I forced myself to do 2 big 4 patterns, and I was so excited after making this skirt that I even got few new patterns during Minerva New Look sale because I was just over the moon how well it fitted. So I went for size 18, straight size 18, and my hip measurement is 42 inches. So there's plenty of loose here, so the finished measurement for the skirt in the hip is 46 inches. My waist is 40 inches. There was no finished measurement for the waist. And when I did the trial version, the only thing I was considering doing sway back adjustment or doing the full tummy adjustment, but it wasn't needed. I slightly changed this seam allowance on the top of the waistband. So waistband is made out of 3 panels. So you have front panel and you have 2 side panels. So the seam allowance on the side, when I was approaching like halfway point, I changed from 5/8 of an inch to half of an inch. So just a quarter of an inch on each side actually made it more comfortable, and I love it this way. I didn't do any other adjustments to the pattern, and as I mentioned, I just love it. I loved doing collaborations with girls. We were chatting often about obstacles we are approaching without mentioning the patterns or stuff like that. It's all mystery to us, so I cannot wait to see what they will make. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy my video. I had so much fun collaborating with girls. It was just amazing, and the push I needed to get on with my Make 9 and my fear of Big 4 patterns. I hope you will go and check their videos. I will leave everyone's channels down below. Happy sewing, and don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. Bye!